What is this? What fish is this? That's interesting. It's not a sauger. Wow! Wow! That is a diamond bluegill is what that is. As I was saying, minnows. Look at that fat boy. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. My name is Darth Slone, your official partnered content creator for Expansive Worlds. And lately, I've been caught up in the whole new map. I have early access on the Hunter for Sundar Patan, but that doesn't stop us from fishing. We are still throwing that line in the water. And one of the highly requested guides out there that I've had people ask me to make is the bluegill. And as you just saw, that particular bluegill that I caught at the beginning of the video was actually not something I was targeting. I was actually going for the gold sauger mission on Golden Ridge, and that was at Arrowhead Lake, and I had a number 6 minnow on there actually targeting sauger, and that was a diamond only hook for bluegill, and it actually came and bit. Now that's probably not the way if you're wanting to target bluegill. That's probably not the way to do it, but we are going to talk about that, including this spot that I'm standing in right now, which is a known bluegill spot. Now these, you may have to catch a lot of bluegill. I've heard all kinds of stories of people. It made me realize how lucky I was when I caught my bluegill by accident, but ever since I've been targeting them, it has taken a bit. I can just go ahead and tell you, me and Dad's a psycho. We actually caught a green sunfish in one spot. Now, you won't see any green sunfish here where I'm at right now, which is why I like this spot. And I'll show you. We'll get all into that right here in a minute. My setup and the temperatures that you need and all the different places that you can catch the bluegill. But before we hop into that, guys, please do me a favor. Hit that like, subscribe, and notify bell. Let me know in the comments what type of video that you would like to see next, whether it be the hunter or the angler. I am game to make both. There's going to be a lot of hunter videos coming out here in the next little bit, as that's what I've been working on mostly with my early access to Sundar Patan, with those tigers, snow leopards, and all that. So, but let's hop into it. Let's throw a line in the water here and see what happens. And then after that, we're going to have a look at the top 5, what it takes to get on the top 5 for the bluegill. Look at the temperatures, look at my gear, all that stuff. And if you haven't become a member of the Discord yet, remember, in the description of all of my videos, including this one, is a Discord link. You just got to go down below the video, and where it says more, you click on more and you can read more description. It may even say hit more button, hit the more button again. So who knows, but it's somewhere there in the description. There is a link to my Discord. So you got to get in there, give us both of those screenshots. If you find that you have caught one bigger than one of the top 5 that is listed, then you just go to the top 5 submissions in my Discord and provide both screenshots, not cropped. Make your way onto the leaderboard. It is a blast, guys. Something to keep you fishing. But anyway, enough of that. Let's hop on into this and see what we can do to catch a diamond bluegill. All right, guys, we have got a bluegill swimming over right now. First fish. That's why I like this spot, and I'll show you where I'm at right here in a second. Now, these things may nibble up to 5 or 6 times, guys. There's 2 nibbles. There's 3 nibbles. Four nibbles. Finally decided to bite. Now, I'm way over geared, so I can't really tell how big of a fish this is. All right, that's a silver bluegill. That's a start. As you can see there, 51.8 degrees Fahrenheit. And we're going to look at that and look at where I was casting and see what adjustments we need to make. Now, that was a 9 hot dog, okay? So, but what I love about this spot is I'm getting ready to show you where we're at. What I love about it is you're not aggravated by the green sunfish. Now, occasionally there will be a walleye, a small walleye that will mess with you. But when you're float fishing, you can see it's a walleye. Just let it bite. Don't even, just leave the line there and it'll just go on. And then maybe the next fish that comes over will be a bluegill. So just, but sometimes you do get unlucky and you get multiple fish, 3 or 4 fish, and one of them's a bluegill and one of them's something else. But I'm not bothered by perch in this area. All the other spots that you go to that I have found that are good spots, and there's several, you're going to run into perch and you're going to run into the green sunfish, which is okay because I caught a diamond green sunfish going for these bluegill, and that's fine. But sometimes you get frustrated because maybe it's the last fish you need for bingo or something. But anyway, if you fish right here, great spot that eliminates the perch and the green sunfish. Now let's look at where we're at on the map, because you've probably fished here before for tiger muskie. This is a really good hot spot right here up in the north corner of the map, northeast corner of the map, tight end all the way to the top right corner of the map. As you can see the rest of the map here, we are here. All right, guys, let's learn a little bit more about the bluegill. Now that is really cold, 51.8 degrees. I don't mind it if I'm hitting like 54, maybe 55 to get close, but that is really cold. That's really cold for the bluegill. Now I chose morning time because I couldn't remember if it was morning, evenings, what. So to raise it that much more, I'm thinking that a person needs either daytime or evening time to get those temperatures right where you need them to be. Or I can pay attention to where I casted. Maybe I casted in a deep spot. And if that's the case, then I can cast in a shallow spot. But being that far off, being 4 or 5 degrees off, probably at the wrong time of day for those temps. So, but anyway, let's look at the size. 2.06 pounds to get on the leaderboard. You have to beat that. The biggest one, 2.15 pounds. Now, let's look at this for a second. My bluegill is 2.15 pounds. So why am I not on the leaderboard? That is because I caught mine before January 1 of 2024. This season, we're only accepting January 1, 2024 to June 30, 2024. And as of the recording of this video, it is June 11th. So there are 19 days left of this season. Now, July 1, we're wiping the slate clean, completely clean. And then we're going to be going after the next season. And then at the end of the year, we will crown our season top 5 champion. All right, so there it is. There's my bluegill. Let's look at their preferred baits and things. Bloodworm, redworm, hot dog, which is what I'm using. I just have good luck with that hot dog. Pellets, if you want a bottom fish, regular. Grub, if you want a jig, tube. Cheese, eggs, bread, dough, marshmallow, artificial corn, dog biscuits, leeches, minnow, boilies, imitation dog biscuits, spinner. However you want to fish, you can fish for these guys. But the thing is, the reason that I prefer float fishing is because there's so many other fish that will bite. And at least if you're float fishing, you can see if it's a bluegill or not. And you can see if it's something that you even want to jerk the pole on. If not, just let it go. Just let it go. Just let it sit there, and a bluegill, a lot of times, seconds later, will swim over, and you can save yourself a lot of time. That's what I suggest. Anyway, we are at 1723. Let's see what our temperatures look like now. All right, guys, it looks like we've got another bluegill coming over. Yep, that's another bluegill over there, too. One of them's definitely smaller than the other. Have no idea which one's going to bite here. It's going to be Nibble City here for a while. Both of them are nibbling on it. I'll just catch whichever. Clearly one's bigger than the other, but they're both bluegills. I'm using a size 9 hook now. You get less bothered by the walleye with that size 9 hook. I'm using hot dogs. Occasionally throw that 8 hook on there. Looks like the bigger one bit. That's a 1.35. Now, we are at 55.9 degrees. Okay? That first one that we caught at the beginning of the video was 51.8. So I knew I was too cold. So I was either going to have to choose daytime or evening. The problem with daytime is a lot of times it puts you back in morning time, and I didn't want that. So I was like, well, let's go for evening and see what happens, because I know that you can catch them at nighttime, but the reason you can't solely go by time of day, and the reason that I go by temperature instead, is because time of day doesn't matter at different spots. Like, it's all dependent upon the depth of the water. The deeper the water, the slower it is to heat up and different things like that. So a good time of day where the water's perfect temperature in one pond may not be the case across the map in another pond. It might be too cold or too warm, depending on the depth of the water somewhere else. That's why you can't just go by time of day. Those of y'all that fish a lot and play this game a lot like I do know that. Some people will argue with you on that, but however you want to fish. 55.9 degrees. Now let's look. All right, 55.7 to 59.6. We were at 55.9 degrees. We're just on the bottom end of it, so we should be able to fish here for a while. And here's the hook sizes. Bronze is 9, and of course 10. Silver is 8, gold is 7, diamond is 6, and that's what I caught mine on at the beginning of the video, but I don't recommend that you throw a 6 on. You're going to be sitting there not catching anything and just get upset. Throw a 9 on, catch a few, throw an 8 on, and then if you start getting bothered by bigger fish like walleye, then go back to that 9. Now, I'm going to show you some other good spots to fish. All right, so in the official Angler Discord, if you go to the Golden Ridge Reserve help sheet and you click on the fish, here's the bluegill. Now we see there are 10 locations. Now notice the theme there. They're all on the right side of the map. We're currently at spot 9, as you see there. Another spot that me and Dad's a Psycho were fishing for them at, that we caught the 2 green sunfish together too, is right here at number 3. Number 1 is where I caught my diamond. And then Dad's a Psycho said he went to this southern edge right here, along with another member of mine, and I can't remember her name, but she told me that she caught like 2 right there. Dad's a Psycho went and tried it out, and she and Dad's a Psycho also caught one there. So Arrowhead Lake, I know of mine, her 2. I know of 5 diamonds personally that caught out of Arrowhead Lake right there. Here's your problem with a lot of these other spots. And here's the dam wall as well. That little corner is a nice little hot spot for several fish. But here's the problem. You're going to be bothered by perch and you're going to be bothered by green sunfish in most of these locations. But number 9 eliminates those. You guys let me know in the comments if you have found another little spot, maybe one of these. Maybe I've not fished at all these spots. I've not fished much at 6 or 2 or 10 or 8 or 7 even. But now I have fished at 4, 5, 3, 9, 1 of course. Let me know if any of those spots are like number 9 here and don't have green sunfish or perch that bother you. That is going to do it for me. Please do me a favor, hit that like, subscribe, notify bell. Let me know if any of these strategies work and help you out. My name's Darth Slone. We'll catch you next video.